Okay, we are missing one county, but I can quickly start it, hopefully a little bit. So good morning, my name is Kelly Swartz. I'm the Assistant Deputy Director here at CERF. So I think I've corresponded with several of you over the last couple of months getting this training set up. We do have a full agenda for this morning, so just a couple of housekeeping items, and we'll go ahead and get started. So everybody knows restrooms and the break room are down the hallway to the right, and then of course there's drinks here in the back, so help yourself. On the back table, we also have business cards and enrollment packets. So if you guys need any of those, feel free to take those at the end of the day when you leave. Everybody should have received a packet this morning when you walked in with a copy of the agenda and the training slides. And then something new we just put together is this CARS Quick Start Guide that kind of has a side for enrollment and a side for payroll. And hopefully you guys will find this as a good resource just for some quick tips on entering information in CARS. You also received an updated copy of the Clerk Handbook. If you happen to bring your old clerk handbook with you today and want to pull out those old inserts and leave them here, we can get those shredded for you. I did not reprint the whole big CERF statutes and CERF rules and regulations, but you can find those on our website. There's also a copy of the most recent forms included. One thing I did do when I printed these is I put a CARS watermark on any of the forms that need to be submitted via CARS. It's just kind of a reminder, if you see that, you should not be mailing or faxing those in. As far as our presenters go today, this is Jim Ellison. He's our communication specialist. He's going to start us off with just a quick overview of CERF. And then Nancy is along the back wall. She's our lead benefits specialist. And then Cynthia is our lead account specialist. And then Richard is not in here right now. He had another meeting this morning, but he will come in at noon to kind of give us a brief overview of the CERF savings plan. As you can hear, we also have some individuals joining us via webinar today. We definitely encourage questions throughout the presentation, but just kind of bear with us because we'll have to repeat the questions so they can for sure hear it on the phone. Very, very happy that you could join us today. Hopefully you find the training beneficial. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jim.
Kelly. Morning.
Good morning.
One thing I always hate when I go to a conference is being uncomfortable in the room. So if you're too warm or too cold, let us know, okay? That can make a day miserable, can't it? So we don't want that. But I'm going to start off by saying something that you don't hear often enough. Thank you for being public servants. I mean, as county employees, I know you didn't go into it for the money and the glamour. But things would just grind to a halt if you weren't there doing your jobs. And especially as benefits people, we rely on you so much. And it may seem like you only hear from us when we say, hey, this form's wrong, or hey, this payroll's wrong, but we appreciate you every day. We know that you're out there in the field. You're our partners in trying to provide this retirement plan. CERF is trying to give everybody a dignified retirement, and couldn't do it without you. And so we rely on you, and we appreciate you every day. We know that you have a lot on your plate. You have other benefits that you deal with, medical and dental and vision, and you have other retirement plans, maybe loggers or another competing 457 plan. I mean, you got a lot of balls in the air, basically, is what's going on here. And I know you know all kinds of tricks and shortcuts, but we don't expect you to know the minutia of every little bit of CERF or the other benefits. So when you get stuck, call us. Don't ever be shy about reaching out to us, because that's what we are here for. So let's get started with a little history, a little background. They told me to keep this short and funny, so I'm going to buzz through it here. We've got 11,400 active participants now. The average monthly benefit has finally climbed over $500. It was in the 490s for a long time and flirting with 500. We finally got it over 500. So nobody's getting rich off of their CERF pension, but my gosh, a lot of these people, if they didn't have CERF, they wouldn't have anything. Now, again, we partner with you to do this for them. Let's jump ahead. Back when CERF was formed in 1994, people could say, I don't think I want to be in that. And they had a couple of opportunities to change their mind and opt back in. After that last one, though, and, at the end of '99, if they opted out that last time, they are deemed forever ineligible. They cannot be in CERF anymore. And it's not just us being difficult. I mean, these are court decisions that have been handed down. Anyone hired after January 1 of 2000, they don't have any option of opting out. They have to be in CERF if they're in a CERF eligible position. Okay. We talk about your logger status a lot, and a lot of people say, well, why do you do that? I mean, are CERF and loggers the same? No, we're different. We're totally separate record-keeping systems. But your logger status does affect your contribution rate into the CERF pension plan. So if you're a loggers participant, hired before 225.02, you got grandfathered in. You don't have to fund it out of your own paycheck. With non-loggers, it's 2%. If you're hired on or after 225.02, if loggers are 4%, and non-loggers are 6%. In some cases, the county pays that for you or helps you with that. That's the contribution that goes in. Loggers participants, since they're putting in less, also are going to get less out when they retire. They're going to get 2/3 of what a non-loggers participant receive. So if people ever ask you about that as benefits people, if they ever say, how come I'm getting less than a non-loggers person, that's the reason. Okay? And these are all state statutes. The goal of any plan is to become vested, meaning you have a permanent right to the benefits, so in this case, a pension plan. And you're vested at 8 years in a row at 1,000 hours a year. When I was designing this plan, I was trying to find a magic 8 ball, because that's as close as I could get. But you're shooting for 8 years at 1,000 hours a year, and then you're vested, you're guaranteed that pension benefit from CERF. Now, if you don't get 8 years under your belt and you leave non-vested, you get back the money you put in. Don't lose it. Okay? You get that refund, and if the county was paying it for you, the credits go back to the county. Full benefits are paid at age 62. You can take it as early as 55, but at a reduced amount. You don't have to start taking it as soon as you leave the county. If you want to hold off till 62 to actually begin taking it, you'll get more. You'll get that full amount. But the earliest you could take it is 55. One question we get a lot, and you may hear sometimes too, is you'll get someone who's younger, and they've got their 8 years in, so they're vested. They're going to get a retirement benefit from CERF, but they may say, you know what, I'm going to move across country, or I'm going to start a new career. Just cash me out. Just go ahead and give me my lump sum money. I'll just take it with me. Well, the statutes that created the CERF do not provide for that as an option. You're vested. You're going to get that pension benefit, but the only way you can take it is as monthly payments. There is no lump sum option. Loggers does have that, but CERF does not. Now again, that's if you're vested. If you're non-vested, yeah, you get back a lump sum of what you put in. You've got your 8 years and you're vested. The only way you can take your pension is a monthly installments. Everybody in CERF has a $10,000 death benefit. Does everyone appreciate that? Really nice. As long as you're on the payroll, you're going to get that $10,000 paid to your beneficiary. Please keep those beneficiaries current. I can't beg you enough for that, especially if there's been some kind of a life-changing event. We've had cases where there's a divorce, remarriage, jury never got changed, ex-spouse gets the money. Paid his ex-wife. That's a tough phone call. And that's it's a stressful enough time in life. Let's not compound it with a surprise of not having your beneficiaries accurate. I always think about the joke about the guy who says to his wife, if I died, would you remarry? And she says, well, rather than be alone, yeah, I think I would. And he says, would you stay in this house? And she says, yeah, it's my house. He says, well, would you let him use my golf clubs? And she says, no, he's left-handed. So no surprises, okay? Just because you changed the beneficiary with CERF pension doesn't mean it got changed with CERF savings or with loggers pension, right? Because we record keep our own systems, we don't record keep each other's systems. So when your employees come in to make a change like that, make sure they're doing all the paperwork for all the benefits, right? About a month ago, we sent out our annual member estimate, and it came in kind of a cream-colored envelope. So if you have that, you might dig it out and take a look at it, see if those years of service and salary look accurate, see if those beneficiaries look current. If you want, you can go to our member portal, which is a new feature now, and see that benefit estimate, or run a benefit estimate for yourself and say, what if I retire at 55 or 60 or 65? You can actually see those numbers. And that's a nice new feature that's new to our website. Loggers has had it on theirs for a while, but it's new for ours, and people are telling us it's really user-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah.
That's why I use this a lot.
If you're trying to sign on that first time, you'll need a member number that came in that letter that came last year, so it's probably long gone. Call us, we'll get you that member number, we'll get you signed on that first time. But it's a really nice features on the website. For instance, if you're retired and you're receiving your 1099, you can see those right there. So a lot of good info on the website. And the website address is moserf.org, CERF.org. You click on that member self-service portal link. Contact us at any time, phone, fax, mail, whatever you feel like you need to do, because we're here to help you. As I said, we rely on you folks in your offices so much every single day. Can't say enough about how much we appreciate everything that you're doing out there day to day. Now, all the years that I was a representative on the CERF savings plan, I used to talk to people about planning ahead. Think early, plan ahead. And I would say, you can tie yourself in knots worrying about retirement, or you can start planning ahead and you can let those worries disappear. And you're very wise, start thinking ahead.